Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I'm going to be doing another wedding makeup thing because um because I want to. I don't have any lips right now. So I'm just going to use lip balm. I'm going to use my lip exfoliator and some lip balm. And that's it for today for the lips because I don't have lips. Because I gave my lips to my aunt because I just don't like the color on me. So that's what I'm going to do really quick. I'm going to go into my e.l.f. lip exfoliator, and the scent that I'm using is brown sugar, and I love the scent. I want another one too, but I'm just using the one I like. I want to use another. Like, I want to get another scent. I'll probably get like the strawberry one or something. I'm just gonna use my shirt. My shirt's clean. Um, so the reason I'm doing this is because I'm changing some stuff that I do up in the lip balm. Hold on. And the lip balm I'm using is the EOS Intensive Dry Lip Repair. It's like a lip gloss tube. It's really good. And I got plenty of lip balms here, so it's like, that can go in my wedding makeup. Alright, so now to start with the makeup, I'm gonna first use my e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. So I'm gonna use two different brow products today. I found out you can also use a brow pomade. Or a brow gel with a brow pomade. I'm pushing my brows up. And the shade I'm using in this brow pencil is Taupe. I'm just filling in the front of my brow with the pencil. I might as well do this part too. Some of this, honestly, the way I'm going to test this is everything that I'm using in this video today is going to go back in my wedding makeup box. And as I wear it throughout the day, I'll really see what I'm using and what I'm not. And honestly, this is going to be the last time I do this, because It's getting pretty annoying. But at the same time, it's like really perfect because then I really know what I want and I can show my cousin what I want. Sorry. Now I'm going into the Milani Stay Put brow color in soft brown. And this is going to go where I didn't put the brow pencil. Which it actually works that way. Because I don't even know how much I get in here. 0.09 ounces, fluid ounces of product. But here's the thing with the brow gel and brow pomade. Some brow pomades, like this one, I feel like I don't need brow gel with. I might as well just put it here too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Get some stuff, take it over, okay?
But anyways, like I was saying, with especially this brow pomade, I feel like I don't need it because it really sticks my brows hairs down. So it makes a more bushier brow, but I don't mind bushy brows. Like this is the way I like my makeup. But everyone's different. And I feel like doing as many wedding makeup tutorials as I have, it makes the biggest difference. Because then it shows me, personally, what I like and what I don't like from this. And two, it helps you guys. So, like, if any of you guys are getting married, you have stuff to follow. And I know there's a lot of videos out there like this that's wedding makeup tutorials. Just a little bit over pencil. For some reason, these brow hairs right here don't like staying down, so honestly, that's just them. They're stubborn. Brows are on. Looking perfect. Alright. And I might also conceal my eyebrows. I don't know yet. But now I'm going into the Milani eyeshadow primer longwear shadow base. The reason I'm doing this is because I'm like, now that I'm loving eyeshadow primers, I'm like, my makeup looks better with eyeshadow primer. So I'm just including an eyeshadow primer in my wedding kit now. And I'm saying how this one works, because if this one works really well, then I have an eyeshadow primer for my wedding. So yes, I did change my mind again. So this is not going to give you much coverage or tint or anything, because it goes on with the tint. It goes on with the tint, but then it like the tint disappears as you blend it out. Sticky icky. Which is why I blend so long with this product. Because it like, I'm making sure that it's all blended and looking like this eye right here, which is like all blended, and it just looks like my normal eye. It looks like I don't have anything on my eyelid. And you're gonna see me do a lot of corrections today, because it is wedding makeup. And I forgot a very important step. Hold on. So, while I'm letting my eyeshadow primer sit, I'm gonna get my moisturizer. I'm just putting moisturizer on, I'm not doing anything else. I'm going with the L'Oreal Hydra Genius moisturizer for normal to dry skin. But it works for my skin too, because it's like, there's dry aspects of my skin. So I'm wanting this to really sink in, which is why I'm putting it on now. It sinks in pretty fast, so I could like get away with doing this before primer. But I'd rather. The reason I'm doing this and not my face cream from e.l.f. is because my face cream from e.l.f. somehow separated to the point where like to the point where it looked nasty, and I think it's because the lid broke, where the lid was broken, and I couldn't close it all the way. I'm going with this one today. Or I could do this before color corrector and primer. Alright, I feel like that's pretty much okay. Alright, and I am doing mascara today. I wish I wasn't. Alright, so here is my Profusion palette. I'm just using this today. There's all my eyeshadow. First, I'm going into the mixture of porcelain right here and baby doll right here. And this is going all over the eye. So I go like this. And then like that. I mean, I could use my angled brush honestly, the crease brush, these fluffy crease brushes like this, honestly blend it out better. What, baby?
Look, y'all send me the trip.
Oh. Oh, are they open?
Yeah.
Can you wait for me?
Can I wait for you?
Huh?
Can I wait for you? I'm gathering it all up now.
Oh, well, which means after that you're going.
Yeah, so it means if you're gonna try to go with me, you might want to speed up a little bit.
I'm trying.
But I know you want to learn how this works too.
Yeah. I wouldn't ask to go if I didn't want to, baby. Alright, so since I have to speed up, I think I'm going to skip mascara and just say this is the one I'm using because it's the only waterproof mascara I have. And it's my eyelash curler. Alright. So now going back into the palette, I'm going into the shade Habit, which is right here. Which is a little bit lighter of a brown, which works. Like, see, it barely shows up. So you're just gonna take it in dirty?
No, doing all the clean one more time. I got enough clean to make it. A few extra bucks.
Okay. Is that all you can take in? Is the copper?
What, right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, no, I could actually fill that with the truck. I'll like the back of the truck down. Run out my dad's.
Yeah.
Lay the back of the truck down. But then it's gonna cost a little bit more. So it'll take a little bit longer.
Ah.
I'm just trying to find easy and fast stuff.
Understandable. And I'm loving how this eye look is going. So I think it was the fact that I was trying to use powder on powder with my eyes, and I can't do that. So now we're going to go a smidge darker and go in the shade Sassy, which is right here. Because with eyeshadow primer, you don't set it with powder, so that it just locks it in. I think that's why a lot of people don't use concealer as eyeshadow primer. They use actual eyeshadow primer. And I love this palette because it doesn't have much fallout, so it's like any of the corrections I'm making is probably going to be more eyeliner. Alright, and I do that just to make sure that all the products are off so I don't clean my brushes as much. Now we're going to go a little darker than that, and we're going to go into Uproar, which is right here. And I'm going to use this lightly, because this is a dark brown, like a really dark brown. Which honestly doesn't look that dark on my eyes. So honestly, this shade's perfect. So I just gotta let my cousin know what shades I used. And I'm gonna close this palette up for now. Or no, I'm not, because I still gotta do.
I'm not gonna lie, I know the eggs in like this too. They're still in there. That's dirty. The reason I'm doing it? It's a bitch.
Now I'm going into my e.l.f. blending eye brush, and I'm gonna kind of blend underneath of my brow and kind of blend down a little bit, just so everything's blended and smooth. I'm pretty much even. And if you see, I don't go in circles, I just kind of work with it like that. And this eye always ends up more prominent than this eye, but it works. No one's gonna judge.
Yeah. Yeah, cause last time I done took all the strips we had, so they're gonna put it everywhere. Get some more go outside.
Alright. Are you getting any more?
Probably. I don't even know what's in that box.
Alright. Now I'm going into the shade Bridesmaid. For the lid, which this is this pretty pink shade. Oh, and I told my fiance who I was just talking to that more than likely that I'm probably more than likely going to use that whole palette up, because I don't know when it expires. But I'm just, especially because I'm using it for our wedding too. So that helps. And I was going to do a little bit of shimmer. I think I still might. But I gotta watch doing it. So I do have this Glam topper brush that works just fine, but I want to do one. I don't want to do Hot Stuff or Good Times again, because that was hard as heck to get off. So I'm probably going to do one of these metallic shadows. I'm going to do the shade Masquerade up here. Still using my Glam topper brush, which really works because it's getting most of the shimmer that's in the palette and the shadow. So this brush is very good because it just helps the shimmer come through lot better. And I'm trying to share it out too, so that my pink eyeshadow, because where this shimmer does have color, I'm trying to make it to where the eyeshadow shows through, but there's shimmer on my eyes, like what I just did. Perfect. Other eye. I'm starting in the middle of the eyelid and working my way out. So, you'll see in a minute. So, I started in the middle and now I'm going to work outwards. So first, I'm going to go into this inner corner. And work over there. And then I'm going to take more. And I'm going to work on this outer corner. And I'm going to get some in my crease too. And I do have my e.l.f. blending eye brush. That will help here. So. Now I'm going to close that for now. Blending eye brush. So, now eyeliner. The Maybelline Lasting Drama Gel Eyeliner. Where's the brush for it? I love the brush for this eyeliner. The brush for this eyeliner works so much better. So this brush is getting a little hard and pokey. That's fine. It's not that hard to fix it. And I need something. Why did my hair go? Alright. I need to fix that a little bit. By fix it, I mean spread it out better so it doesn't look so choppy. And there we go. Hi, Camo. they're not even at all, but honestly, he's gonna judge me. Correcting time, since I'm not doing mascara. And this just makes to make sure there's nothing underneath. So my uh color corrector and concealer can get under there just fine. Now color corrector time. So these are the e.l.f. camo color correctors. I got the green one for redness. I pretty much just go like that. And I blend them out individually. So I will use the green one, blend it out. Use the yellow one, blend it out. And then use the pink one underneath my eyes and blend it out. Then my face is all color corrected. I mean, yes, these are meant to be able to work with each other. I just like doing it this way. And they're very cooling too. Like, not. They blend out better than most color correctors. So, I mean, I know that color corrector, the point of color correcting is it's supposed to not blend out all the way. So then, I didn't notice I had redness on my nose. So then it like corrects everything. I have some redness on my nose. I might want to color correct that. I mean, what's the point of color correcting it when it's just going to show through? But I mean, I can put stuff on my nose if I don't. Like, I wish you could see how irritated my face is. And today, since I'm wearing makeup for a long period of time, this is gonna be fun. I gotta do my mask. Which I'm probably gonna have to buy my mask online now. One of my masks, because my Walmart does not sell it anymore. So, this irritation here is where I plugged my eyebrows yesterday. Anyways. I couldn't really see what I was typing. So now I got a little bit of dullness right where I'm contouring. This one I do not. Like, I do not use the whole thing because it's just a little bit. Then I dip it back in. And then like right here where I also have redness, so it's like now I still gotta blend the yellow and green together. Which that is usually what causes my redness, my dullness is my redness. That's weird. And I also gotta wash my hair tonight. And I gotta use my own shampoo. I can't use my fiance's tonight because of makeup. I made my fiance's shampoo, but... Alright, so now I'm going to go in this little white sponge. And I'm going to correct underneath my eyes with the peach one. Know what I mean? Like, even the peach one's kind of dark for my skin tone. But it works. I am blending it with this sponge first. And then I'm going to get my new beauty blender. Sucker. It's slower. I can't find my camel. My elf one. See? This one just called blended in more. But it's color correcting, so. Which actually these do not work bad. These are not bad. I do like these. I gotta find that elf camo one. Which I thought I saw it over here somewhere. I did. Right here. Okay. This one can be for my color correcting. Underneath, yes. Okay. So now, primer, which is the e.l.f. matte putty primer. I'm now getting towards the edge. Oh, so this is going to be an all over primer for me. All over my T-zone. That is. I mean, it's very hydrating, but it just, for the fact that it's also mattifying. Alright, I gotta remember that I cannot do my coloration underneath the matte putty primer. I gotta do it on top. I keep forgetting that. So, hopefully I remember to tell my cousin that. Because it just eats through that color correction. So then there's no point of color correcting. So it's like, because it's mattifying, I don't need it on my, the dry areas. Now, underpainting. Let the primer sit in really quick. My eye is always very irritated anymore. So now I'm going into the e.l.f. contour wand, and I'm just gonna put 2 dots right here or right there. I know I should have just, and then I'm gonna use my e.l.f. contouring brush to blend that out. Oh my god, that worked so much better. Just look how more natural that is. So I'm not putting any up here because that's going to be all for powder bronzer. But honestly, I like the way this contour looks. Okay, so now I'm going to take my beauty sponge and make sure that it's blended in very well. Oh, look at that, look at that, look at that. And this is probably why I don't use as much foundation. Alright, now cream blush, I'm going into the e.l.f. Camo liquid blush in Dusty Rose. I'm doing 1 dot on each side, and I can build this up if I need to, but I'm probably not going to need to. Then I'm going into my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush and see why I might not need to add any more. You can build these up if they're not pigmented enough for you, but one dot was enough for me. I do have a beauty blender too, so that does help. Beauty blender does help. Alright, so these two are done. Now I'm going into the Halo Glow highlighter wand. In this one, in liquid gold. This one I'm going to put 2 dots and blend with my ring finger. Or my middle finger, sorry.
Yes. You do for like a lot much longer.
Oh, I'm almost done.
We're calling it. I'm gonna ask you about the hands too. Hit half.
Okay. So I'm almost done. I literally, yeah, I'm almost done. Huh? I said I'm almost done. I just got highlighter done, or my cream highlighter done, and I'm gonna do a little bit here too. Okay. Oh, the one mom gave me. Yeah, the one. I like how more natural the highlighter looks with a finger compared to a sponge. So that's just my preference. So now we're gonna cover all this up with some foundation. The e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation in Fair Warm. Honestly, I got the wrong shade, but here's why. I was going with the shade that I am in the concealer, but honestly, it's not too bad. It is medium coverage, so I'm going to warn you about that. It is medium coverage, but it's a medium buildable coverage. But for me, to be able to build this up, I gotta go down my neck a little bit. For me to be able to build this up, I'm gonna have to wait for it to dry. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait for it to dry. And I just don't have that kind of time today. For one. And for two. Okay, I don't have that kind of time today. And for two, I like medium coverage products. It just looks so much more natural on my skin tone. And everything that I've done underneath can show through a lot better. And it doesn't make me feel like I'm just wasting my time with underpainting. But everyone's preferences are different. Everyone's likings are different. So if you like full coverage, you can still use this one and build it up to your likings.
Hey.
What?
I know you're trying. Woods. Not coffee. Top down.
Mm.
So, how much longer you got?
I'm doing foundation now.
Which step's that?
Literally, I only have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Okay, you gotta make
7.
it fast. You gotta make it fast because it closes at 6. It's 1.
Oh shit.
And I gotta back all them up down there.
Okay. Well, like I said, I don't have time to bolt it up, so this is gonna be enough coverage for me. I like how easy this is to blend too. You know what, babe? Might as well just go. Because I still gotta get a bra on. Okay.
You got one up beside you on your cord. And you go all the way up to there.
And if you want to hurry up and get there, you might as well just go.
Okay, you wanted to go so you see.
There's always more opportunities. Okay?
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you too.
What, no kiss? Yes, I did want to go, but if you want to get down there, you might as well just go.
Okay, but you were sitting there saying yes, yes, yes. I want to go. I want to go, girl. I want to go. Okay. Little things though. Nitpick through stuff. Look, babe. Yes, I know you like doing it all the way. Just tell them, hey, look, I'm in a rush. I can only do one side. So you ain't got to sit there and do it all in one. It's up to you. But then I understand where you're at because you don't want to go tap your face to a scratch everything.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a sec. It's going to take me a minute.
What do you mean?
I'm heading from here down by that if you still want to go. Okay.
I mean, how long do you think it's going to take you at your dad's?
I got to put all the cans in a bag.
Oh.
Remember that
There's
pile?
not that much cans.
Okay, remember the one that's the pile sitting up by your front porch?
Yeah, that's not that much.
Yeah, it is. About like 4 bags. 4
Oh.
5 bags. Sitting there.
Oh, okay, well,
Big
yeah.
black bags.
Well, alright, then I guess you just pick me up when you're done.
Yeah, if I'm not done, you get done before I am. I know you will. You can walk down. Too.
Alright.
Love you.
Love you too. Alright. That's okay. Here's the thing with medium coverage for me. A lot of foundations say medium buildable coverage, but when you go to blend it out, even if you just do the medium coverage, it still looks cool to me. I don't know. So now I'm gonna use both concealers underneath my eye, and really quickly I'm gonna do this. Sorry if this looks weird, but my freaking, like, I don't know what's in my eye. There's something in my eye and it hurts. And sometimes just the fact that I have makeup on irritates my eyes, so I'm going with the 16-hour camo concealer in Fair Warm, which is the matte version, and it looks just like the foundation. It's funny. But then I'm gonna mix it with the e.l.f. hydrating camo in Fair Beige to give it a little more color, but still mix it to a shade I would be perfect. That would be perfect for me. And I'm using a concealer brush to put this on. So I'm just going right in here. And this looks so much better because it has the hydrating benefits, it has the mattifying benefits, and it's also the right shade. I mean, the 16-hour one is the right shade. Okay. It is the right shade, but here's the thing. Both of them work for me. Like, they're both the right undertone, the right shade for some reason. I don't understand it because it's like fair warms my color. But they both have benefits and they both have cons. Like, sometimes the hydrating version can be a little too hydrating to where it just moves around on my under eyes. But it's fine. Now I'm going to take my Total Face brush and the Fit Me powder. And make sure that moisturizer underneath is working pretty well. Because, or I can't say pretty well, but it's working really well. Because it's like allowing everything to sink in. I'm actually allowing everything to sink in myself, but it's allowing everything to sink in, and it's not allowing things to get too cakey, which is my biggest pet peeve when it comes to powder. Sometimes it can get too cakey, which I also have my Real Techniques setting brush, so if it gets too cakey somewhere, I have something to fix that. Look, like, it doesn't look too cakey. Doesn't look too powdery. It looks perfect. And honestly, I don't see my pores under this either. Circular motion works very well when it comes to blending powder, like setting powder, because it just blends it right into the skin. And it causes it not to be too cakey. Alright, so now I'm going to use my setting brush to set her. I'm just making sure there's no extra powder anywhere. Alright, so now I'm going to use one of my new powder puffs. There's a learning curve with this powder puff. I'm going to tell you that right now. There is definitely a learning curve with this because it's more triangular and I'm not used. I am kind of half baking, I guess. And I also gotta get dressed. But at the same time, I'm really not. There. So then I'm again gonna dust everything off. And I am going to use a smudge brush, which I don't know where it is. So I'm just going to use the same eyeshadow brush. That I used on my lid. Sorry, Camo. And I'm gonna take the. I think I'm gonna take Sassy and put it underneath. Just to put some sort of color. I am going to squeeze the brush. Some sort of color on my under eye. Just a little bit of color. Because with that powder being giving a little bit more coverage, but it also is a little white. For my under eyes, it's just brightening under my under eyes. I am going to use something underneath. Pretty much what I'm saying. This eye never turns out right. My left eye is always worse than my right. That's weird. But I do have my setting brush to blend it. Alright. Oh. Alright, so now contour powder where I contoured. I'm going to use the Light Sculpt in my palette. And I do have my buffing brush in case this gets too much. This is my contouring brush now. See, like I said, it's gonna probably get too much. So, I do have my buffer brush. And look how snatched that looks, but look how blended it looks. It looks awesome. I think we're gonna contour the jawline too. I forgot to do cream contour there. So I didn't know if I wanted to do it there, but I do. But look how well that buffing brush works. Because I do kind of have a double chin, so this just helps match my chin a little bit. I will be using that buffing brush again. Buffing brush really works nice. I may. It does like kind of look like kind of bronze too because this is a light sculpt, so it's not like a fair sculpt. It's a light sculpt, so it warms up my skin. So I'm just going to. Alright, now I'm using bronzer on top. So I'm going into the Physicians Formula bronzer and light bronze. I don't remember last time I had this. I don't remember it being this powdery. But look, it literally looks like I'm using the same product. When one's bronzer and the other's contour. Like, I'm not even kidding. It looks like I'm using the exact same product. When I'm not. Let's be blended out. If there's any difference, blend it out. Like, holy crap. That should show you how dark this contouring powder is. On me. Like, holy crap. So. I still need that. So now I'm gonna use my blush brush from that little Paris Hilton. I'm gonna use Lover. I'm gonna bounce it into the product. Which, look, I definitely need that buffing brush. Glad I have this buffing brush because this blush is a little dark. But honestly, it works. Holy crap. Remember how it looked just a few seconds ago? I mean, it's still kind of dark. No buffing brushes, blending brushes only do so much. You know what I mean? They only do so much of the work. But honestly, this looks a lot better than it was. Highlighter. Which I'm going in the shade Exceptional, which is this gold shade right here. Those other shades are if I don't use the cream highlighter. I like the way this highlighting brush works. Like, it works so well. So I don't need my brush this time. Unless I decide I don't want too much highlighter, which I might in the end. Yep, I'm gonna need the bubble brush again. Do a more subtle highlighter. Since I do have that cream highlighter on too. Need a more subtle highlight with the powder. Where at the end of the day, I'm gonna look super greasy. So, setting spray, which is my all-time favorite, the Stay All Night. Whew! Alright. I just made the highlighter. So, this is the finished product. I hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will probably update you at the end of the day what products I'm actually using and what products I'm not. And what products are just going to go straight back into my collection. So, hopefully it looks this good. All day. Alright. I hope if I get my glasses on. I'll see you later. Bye.